Hello and welcome to Bath Time with Blind Justice. And today is episode 3 of AI Week. And today we're going to be talking about an update on AI. It will take your job. It's only a matter of time before it will actually take your job. I know what you're thinking. There's no way AI is going to take my job. Like, no, I have a certain type of job that AI can never do. Okay, buddy. Enjoy living in that fantasy world of yours. I guess ignorance, it truly is bliss. But, so let's talk about it, shall we? Yes, we shall. So, the vice president, Kamala Harris, is now looking at at AI as a huge threat when it comes to economic stability because she knows as well as the government knows that AI absolutely will demolish the work landscape. And it's not going to just demolish the like tech-based jobs, white-collar jobs. Those are going to be the first ones gone, and they already are. But blue-collar jobs are currently being phased out as well. And if you want to see early adoption of this, all you have to do is look at factory work. Factory work is being automated to the point where entire factories can be ran with just a handful of people now. Instead of employing hundreds, if not thousands of employees, now you just need 5 to make sure that the machines are running properly. And these 5 people get paid all of the other people's salary, or a part of all the other people's salary that would have been made. Instead of having 1,000 employees making, minimum wage, now you've got 5 employees that are making like $80,000 a year, 5 engineers. And so, and all these engineers do is make sure that the machines keep functioning. It's happening. Yeah, but that's factory work. I don't do factory work. I do, okay. Well, there are McDonald's and Taco Bells now where it's all automated. I believe it's like 80 something percent automated, where you just go in, bing bong, bing bong. Yes, I would like, this, and this. Automated McDonald's. They are absolutely looking at replacing all their employees with automated workers. Absolutely. And they're going to. It's only a matter of time. And because they already have some in place doing test runs, and the cost of maintenance on these machines are about 1/3 of what they would normally pay the employees to run the stores. So they get to keep 2/3 of the money extra. I mean, who wouldn't? That's just smart business, And now that the data's out on that, other businesses have been looking into implementing automation, because why wouldn't they? One-time lump sum payment for an employee that's guaranteed to work for 25 years without another dime. Yeah, I think that that's a smart decision for a business to make. But it's not good for the people, and that's where we're having trouble. Because, okay, the coal mining industry, that's being automated now. It used to be a man could, or a woman, listen, I don't want to be sexist here, a person could, reach the age of 18. Oh, what am I going to do for a living? I guess I could join the military. I could go get an education, start a business, or if they wanted coal mining, because there was good money in coal mining. There still is currently, but it's quickly fading away. And so what would happen is these coal miners would work and get paid relatively well due to the danger of the job. And it was great. But now a lot of the jobs that used to be done by coal miners is all done automatedly, like with robots. And more sectors will be taken over. Yes, blue-collar jobs will be taken, but probably last. White-collar jobs are definitely going to be taken first. 100%. And even right now, my job is considered one of those jobs that are most likely to be least taken, therapy. Therapy and counseling, because you need a human touch for that. When it comes to counseling, like if you go to Chat GPT now and you try to get counseling from it, it can only give you outputs based off your inputs. Where really in counseling and therapy, it needs to be the other way around, where I give outputs and you give inputs. So that's the way therapy works for diagnoses, for treatments, and with all these other things in mind. So as of right now, therapy job sector, working with elderly, like who are actively dying, and children. Those are the three job sectors that are expected to, in the white collar job landscape, that are expected to last the longest because they involve and need a form of human interaction. And this is based off of job listing. Like these huge companies have come out with lists of potential jobs that will probably be taken over sooner than later with AI. And mine in the white collar jobs category, or these the ones that I've named, were the ones that would take the longest to be taken over, if ever. And probably not within my generation cycle or Gen Z, but the ones after that who may be comfortable seeking therapy from artificial intelligence, then human interaction may actually become unnecessary component. So within my lifetime, I'll have job stability. But you have things like banks who are now using AI to generate, profiles on their, I don't want to say clients, they're users of their banks, right? They're customers. And, these AI algorithms are designed to, what's the percentage rate? What kind of loan should we give them? Blah, blah, blah. What's our profit margin if we do this, if we do that? And all this stuff used to be calculated and done by humans. But all of this is slowly being taken over by AI. And over time, more and more job sectors, of course, are going to be taken over. And finally, like I stated before, the US government is realizing that this is going to happen. There is no way to stop this from happening. All we can do is put in place safety plans to help the humans, aka us in America, evolve to this new landscape. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Yeah, why don't we just stop the AI? That's not how it works, buddy. Because if we stop it here in America, they're not going to stop it in other countries, and then we will be left in line or left behind when it comes to growth. Like, imagine you're a guy who creates horseshoes or wagon wheels, and then the first motorized car comes out. Guess what? Your business is practically over. Well, the landscape as we know it is about to change again, and it's going to be a rapid change. Um, and jobs as we know it are going to take a huge hit. I mean, a rapid hit. And there's entire sectors that are going to be wiped out within 5 years, easily. Within the next 5 years, entire branches of the job sector within the United States just won't exist anymore due to AI. I mean, that is a huge deal. And that's why Republicans are now kind of okay with talking about universal basic income, UBI. Because without UBI, you're going to have a large section of the population who can no longer get an income because their skills are outdated and they have no way of gaining new skills because they don't have the money to go back to get educated for new skills. What do you do in a landscape like that? Well, if you don't do something, what you're going to get is a very ugly and disgusting world that you're not going to want to participate in. I mean, the amount of riots, the amount of looting, the amount of unrest is going to be beyond anything that we have ever seen within our lifetimes. Because if you have hungry, angry people who can't afford to feed themselves or keep themselves housed, and if you have a part of the population who is like that, it's not going to end well. And the government knows that, and that's why Republicans are now starting to become okay with sitting at the table about UBI, but certain restrictions, of course, will be put in place, or maybe granting income for people who go back to receive new education so that they can still have employment within this new landscape. And things such as that, like maybe becoming a coder. Yeah, but AI is already starting to code. Maybe becoming a engineer. Yeah, I mean, that is probably one of the jobs that'll be safe for a while, because computers can engineer, but it can only improve on things that already exist. As of right now, AI doesn't know how to create anything out of nothing. It still needs a base human idea, and so engineering for now, until it can actually come up with independent, brand new thought without seeking or referencing previous data. Once they can do that, then engineers are over. And will they be able to do that? At this point, I'm going to say yes. I don't want to take anything off the table from AI, because AI truly is so capable that we're at its mercy. We truly are at its mercy. And there's a big part of the population that doesn't even realize the power behind AI or what you can do with it. And the thing is pretty much anything. Absolutely anything. I was reading a story of this guy who had $40,000 to his name, and he asked ChatGPT, how can I become a millionaire with $40,000 in investments? What's the quickest way? And within 4 months, the guy was able to already turn his money into over $250,000 due to investment advice, selling and trading advice by AI algorithm, and due to purchasing and reselling advice of homes and real estate. So this person had taken 40 grand and turned it into over $250,000 at this point. And he has the papers to prove it. And he owes all of that to AI. There's no limit on what it can do. There's only a limit on the accuracy of what it can do. And the accuracy will only continue to improve. And over time, what's going to end up happening is we're going to reach a existential crisis here in America, and the existential in the world. And the existential crisis, and this is why therapy is going to become very necessary in the near future, is what do we do? What do you do in a landscape where work and income can't reflect value and meaning anymore? Like when we live in a society where humans no longer contribute for the betterment of the society, and it's all ran by AI algorithms, then what is the point of life? Because growth can no longer happen in a landscape like that. We're going to have to redefine how we imagine growth, how we imagine, health, and how we imagine, like, what's the word? How we imagine, the meaning of life. Because in a landscape where we are inferior to AI, which we will be and we already are, how do we still contribute meaningfully to a point where it's meaningful to us? Because we won't be able to compete with AI. Anything it does, it will do better. And that is going to be the large existential crisis that the world is certainly on the cusp of going through within the next, I'd say by 2030, you can expect the job sector to have shrunken to the point where this type of, that's why existential therapy is expected to be one of the largest practiced therapies within the next decade. Because people are going to be going through existential crises. Right now, it's one of the best therapies to use worldwide, because existential therapy can help anyone, even regardless of background. If you are a social worker, or if you're a therapist from America and you're working with clients who have migrated from another country, existential therapy is proven to work with almost every type of client basis. And that's because it's literally personalized to the client off of their beliefs and off of their own personal perspectives of what is meaningful. And so that's why existential therapy is expected to blow up in the next decade, because it's going to be needed to change what we consider to be meaningful. But I will go more into the ramifications, the long-term ramifications of AI takeover in tomorrow's video. I just kind of wanted to give a basis of short-term what to expect over the next decade, and this is what to expect. Chat GPT is going to be revealing their home robot, which will be running on either Chat GPT 4 or the rumors are even 5. And they're going to be revealing that towards the end of this year. And then we've also got the Optimus bot, which will be running an AI as well that will be released by Elon Musk. And that's expected to be coming out in the next 12 to 18 months. And these are home robots that will be doing the tasks that we don't want: laundry, washing dishes, whatever, vacuuming, sweeping. And what does a human do when they have nothing to do? And okay, I'm going to get more into that tomorrow, but I'll leave you with that question. What does a human do for value when they have nothing they have to do? How do they get value? I'll answer that question tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great day. Share this and share the other previous videos with those who you believe are like-minded, and we will proceed forward with tomorrow's AI video. Make sure you leave comments down below and please thumbs up. That helps the algorithm know that they should share it out to more people. So even if it's just a simple "good job, buddy" or something like that, it lets the algorithm know that it's worth sharing to others. And I would absolutely appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.